Hello folks, and welcome back to another Linux home recording video. I've done a couple of these before, and the purpose of those videos has been whether you can use different kinds of mainly Presonus Firewire units with Linux operating systems. This video is about a very specific thing. I'm trying to figure out whether I can make this PCI Express Firewire card to work. I'm going to install Ubuntu Studio 22.04, the long-term, the LTS version of that, and then I'm going to install also the PCI Express card and see whether I can make it to work with my Presonus 2626 Firewire unit. But what the problem is that while the old one still has a PCI bus, this one doesn't. This one has only PCI Express bus, and Presonus in general is not very positive about PCIe bus, and actually in the old manual which I have over here it states, and this is printed in 2009, they only state that there are two PCI Express cards that they actually recommend that would work. At that time one is ADS Pyro something, and the other one is a StarTech something, and I know that the company StarTech still exists, and I looked up the StarTech cards, but they tend to be a little bit on the expensive side, while the generic one that I bought is made by a company called IOCrest. There you can see specifically what this card is, and I ordered this from China, and this was about 20 euros. And this is the product that we are having. As you can see from here, it has these two newer type of Firewire sockets, and then it has the old one, the 400 megabyte one, and this is the one I'm going to use, or at least try to use. So the next thing is just to install the operating system and make this a running unit. Okay, I haven't installed it yet, but I took up the info center. If I run to the bottom of this PCI part of this, I can see that the Firewire card seems to be here. Not sure what it can do, but at least it is there. Okay, so I have the virtual kind of environment set up, and clicking this will start installing the Ubuntu Studio. Here we go. Okay, I got the Ubuntu Studio installed and updated, and I guess the next thing I'm going to do is to plug this into the Firewire system. Okay, as you can see, I've cramped everything into an extremely small amount of space. The actual machine that I'm running the Linux is actually here. This is the one that I just installed, and this is the Firewire unit. It has the Fire Studio below here, this unit here, and then it has the Digimax D8, which is an ADAT unit. The Digimax will talk ADAT with the Fire Studio 2626, and this one will output Firewire, which I've taken from the backside, and it comes in here. Now the first good sign that I can see is over here. The bottom one is a power light, but this upper one is the Firewire light, and while it's glowing blue, that's a good sign, because if it was flashing red and blue, then it would mean that it was not synced with the computer. Let's see when I open Ardor and start tinkering with this what happens next. And here is when I have switched off the computer, so it's not in sync with the Fire Studio anymore. So when that happens, you can see how it flashes. This would be bad news. Okay, so I started Ardor. What is very good news here is that this will tell me that the input device is Fire Studio and output device is Fire Studio. This means that the system is actually recognizing this. The only thing is that the audio system is stopped, so I guess we have to start it. Okay, I'm tapping the snare mic, and it's giving me some kind of weak signal there. The first one I think would be bass drum. Let's see if it's... Yeah, it's getting something. Okay, once again, the good news is that it actually agreed to record something now. The only thing is that I have to see what it recorded and whether it has pops and hicks and all that. Okay, so finally I can give you sort of the auditive proof that this actually works. Let's try to hit that. So you can hear from the speakers that what I'm trying to listen to here is whether there is any sort of hicks or pops. Okay, so I think at this stage I'm ready to claim that this does work. So it seems to be that it is possible to also use PCI Express Firewire cards, although Presonus was back in the day a little bit skeptical about that. So perhaps the final thing is that why did I order this IOCrest Firewire card? The simple answer is that it has a Texas Instruments that is TI chipset. The main microcontroller, which is in the middle here, is a Texas Instruments chip. In Reddit I could find a couple of articles where they said that usually PCI Express cards with the TI chip, the Texas Instruments microcontroller, tend to work. It turns out that the simple and very cheap updating, I mean, this only cost, as I said, about 20 euros. It seems to work well, and let's see what happens with that.